Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing Batman Cape Crusader, the new animated series that was developed by Bruce Timm, who I'm sure a lot of you guys will know is the OG developer for the Batman animated series with Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. So that's pretty cool that he came back. And as soon as I saw that he was involved, I was like, yes, like please sign me up. I will watch immediately when it comes out. So I've been kind of taking my time with the 10 episodes, but I finally finished it and I kind of want to talk about it. The show is also produced by J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves, who as soon as I saw that they were attached to the project, I got extremely excited and very high expectations. The show is extremely solid, especially as a companion piece to the Batman animated series. But it takes creative liberties with certain characters that I've seen has upset a lot of people online. And, I could understand that myself watching it, specifically with the character Penguin, first episode right off the bat, as well as they take different liberties with the character of Harley Quinn and Clayface. They have a bunch of different characters, but I will say the show involves a lot of new or villains that we haven't seen before. In the comics, you always hear about the Joker, you hear about the Riddler, Two-Face, and while you do have some main players in there, it's great that you have some more fantastical characters that are lesser known in the pipeline or in the Batman mythos or the Batman archives of villains. I don't know why the show wasn't produced by HBO Max, even though DC and Warner Brothers properties are all on that streaming service. But this show was streamed for Prime Video. I will say the animation style is a little off. It kind of reminded me of the show Archer on FX.
Thanks, Jungle. Eat a buffet of dicks.
I want to get into the man himself, Batman. The voice actor that we have this time around is Hamish Linklater, and I've seen this guy in interviews. He has a very high-pitched voice that you would not think would be good for Batman, but then in the show, he finds this really good balance of intimidation while maintaining a softness in the voice and an understanding when he switches between Bruce Wayne and Batman. That voice change is so clear, especially when it's just Bruce Wayne and Alfred in a car together. Like, he is talking in the Batman voice, and that's just something that we never usually see in live action when the character is talking in the Batman voice when he's not in the costume. He had some big shoes to fill after the legend Kevin Conroy, R.I.P. He knocked it out of the park. The show focuses on 3 supporting characters, such as Barbara Gordon and Jim Gordon and Renee Montoya. They focus heavily on those characters and less on the character of Batman, Bruce Wayne, which I kind of would have loved to see a little more of, especially since he is the title character. I think the characters of Barbara Gordon and Jim Gordon were very well done, don't get me wrong, and Renee Montoya, they all balance each other very well, and the way they work with Batman, it feels like the classic Detective Comics brought to life. And speaking of that, the character design for Batman, he looks like he did in the original OG Bob Kane Detective Comics for the character, and with the pointy ears, very long pointy ears, and that was very awesome to see. They bring characters back that are very much like their comic book counterpart, like Catwoman. She is very much like she is in the original comics or different shows or movies that we've seen her in before. And she has also a very classic design. She's got the purple cat suit on, and that's very cool to see. Some characters need creative liberties taken to change things up a little bit, and I get that. As well as Two-Face. They have a different design for the part of his face that is burned. It was something that we hadn't seen before in any sort of media, and I think that's something that the theme that the show keeps presenting is different things in the Batman mythos that we haven't seen, which kept things interesting. This character is, I don't know, like however many years old, almost 100 it feels like, and they got to keep finding a way to make it fresh for new audiences and for 2024. In the very last episode, there is a tease for a big main Batman villain. to come in season 2, which was very awesome to see. And I'm glad that they waited to show that person for last. Going on with the villains, I'm happy that they brought in some more fantastical villains, because not everything has to be grounded and serious in a Batman story. We want to make Batman grounded. We don't want to make his villains grounded and his universe grounded, but I'm happy in this. They take some liberties with the characters. They ground some while they heighten others, and I think that's kind of what the universe needs. It doesn't all have to be so serious and like realistic, you know? Batman could be a comic book like it should be. The show does start off a bit slow, but gradually as it goes on, it starts picking up steam, and I was like, okay, it's kind of starting to find its footing a little bit more. And I will say it hits its stride in the last couple episodes where Harvey Dent has his character arc as Two-Face. I won't spoil anything, but the whole show is building up Harvey Dent. The last 2 episodes were the strongest of the entire show. All in all, I will say that Batman Caped Crusader is not a perfect show by any means, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it is. I think it's a solid entry into the Batman animated universe. Out of 5 stars, I'd definitely give it maybe like a 4. If you haven't seen Batman Caped Crusader, let me know below. If you have, let me know what you thought about it. I'd love to start up a conversation, kind of talk a little bit more about it. As always, I'll see you guys next time.